Alright, so who is ready to board the nostalgia train with Nick? Because I got some gameplay that I personally captured of Spyro Reignited. This is actually one of the very first games that I got to play from E3 this year. I actually captured it a couple days ago, but E3 has just been so busy I haven't had a chance to review the footage, and their embargo dates as well that have to be obliged. So yeah, I played all three of the Spyro games when I was younger. I love them absolutely to death, and I know that I love the franchise, but I'll be honest with you, it was so long ago that I don't remember any of this whatsoever. I don't remember, see, as you can say, I don't even know how to tackle dealing with these dogs. It was just kind of a learning experience the entire way through, but slowly but surely, all the controls kind of came back, the gliding, the breathing fire, the health indicator, by your little firefly friend right there. And so the demo consisted of 3 playable levels that we were able to check out. This one, the next one, which is a little bit set in a darker mood, and then kind of like a flight simulator. Not simulator because you're a dragon and you can fly, but it's like a flight time trial sort of deal, which was probably the highlight of the demo for me personally. I'd have to say it's pretty much like, if you guys played the Crash trilogy that was released last year by Activision, they did a fantastic job with the remake of that, and pretty much the same team was responsible for this game as well. And once again, they did an incredible job at the same time. My first question that I asked them, because there was an interview period at the same time as well, was did they change the physics of the game at all? Because in the Crash remake, they made the game actually a lot harder by allowing you to slide off objects. Before there was a little bit of a give in the original game where you didn't have to actually land straight on the ledges and the platforming to actually nail them. In the new one, you were able to slide off a little bit, but in this one, they said that they pretty much maintained the physics to a 1-to-1 aspect ratio, so it should feel exactly the same as the source material, and I felt right at home playing it. And we're about to free our first dragon friend right here.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on! I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
So in one of the games, the objective is to rescue all these dragons, but in the original game, they actually just reused the same template for the same dragon over and over again. So for the remake, they actually used different characters, models for the dragons, and gave them different voice actors, just to kind of update it a little bit. And the voice actor for Spyro actually, so apparently the voice actor for Spyro changed between 1 and 2, and the same actor who did 2 did 3 as well. So they rehired the actor who did 2 and 3 to just redo the casting and the script of Spyro 1, so it's a little more consistent the entire way through. So it should still feel fairly familiar to all you veterans out there of the series. One thing that I kind of, in terms of what I notice about this level in particular, had really vibrant colors, almost like there was like an Instagram filter. It's almost a little bit too much in your face, so it was a little bit distracting. So I think I would have preferred the colors just to be toned down just a tiny bit, just a little bit. But other than that, the game looks fantastic, it plays great. This is the second level that we were able to check out as well. The main thing that you're learning in this level is basically the flight mechanics, and once again, it looks like we're trying to climb up to this tree area. We're encountering some monkeys and orangutans. It's just good fun. In terms of difficulty, the Spyro games were never that hard. They were just really fun to play. And like I said, since they kept the physics fairly much the same, even though I do fail a couple times here, it was just fun. You definitely have that sense of nostalgia as you're playing, and it'd be a perfect game just to revisit at a later date. Apparently they are releasing this game for the Switch at some point, but just no release date set yet. I think that'd probably be like the perfect place to play it, because it's a good game to play on the go. It doesn't require too much thinking, too much graphical power. We got a second dragon here.
Spyro,
If you jump at the end of a supercharged ramp, you can really go far.
I'm all over it.
I'd have to say, I think from what I can remember, and I don't really remember much of this series, definitely my favorite Spyro game was Year of the Dragon. And here, once again, just like with Crash, you have different powers that you obtain at different times. At this point, Tara, I think, actually stopped, because Tara's with me at E3 as well, my fiance. She was kind of like flagging me, telling me that I should be able to headbutt this using like a downward smash with my head. And I kind of vaguely remember that. Apparently, she has a better memory of this of this game than I do. But yeah, the difficulty of the game isn't too hard. Maybe it was a little bit harder when you were a bit younger. But I don't know, to be honest with you, because as you grow older, this is just, I remember this, this is just full of fail right here. Your hands are the first thing to go, how dextile your fingers are when you grow older. So maybe I was a better gamer when I was younger, just because I had a little bit more flexibility in the digits. But yeah, we're coming up to the final section of this level, and then we'll hit into the flight simulator for the third and final level, which was definitely my favorite section and part of the 3 levels that we got to try out. What you're about to see is my third run. With these flight simulator levels, you have to kind of play them a couple times to get a grasp of where all the objects are you have to gather, because every single time you gather an object, you get a time bonus. And you're also about to see the most fail of fails of trying to utilize this fast ramp right here. I either hit the button too late or too soon, because we do a straight dive bomb to the bottom, but that's okay. We get there eventually. So yeah, you're about to see my third run in the final level of this demo, and it was, like I said earlier, it was definitely the highlight of the gameplay for me. It just really brought those feels of being younger and having and playing this franchise with my cousins and them watching me play. Basically what we do now. Instead of my cousins watching me, I have you guys watch me play, and we enjoy the game together. But I have nothing really else to say. I decided to take in the Aurora Borealis here, just take in the site to see if I can get up there, but I decided that it's probably not worth it. I'm just gonna leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay. Enjoy it. Hopefully you guys are really excited for this game. If you guys want to see more in a future episode or a future series, let me know in the comments box below. We have a ton of more E3 coming up in the future. So basically, I have a ton of footage that I'm sitting on. So lots of variety coming up in the next couple days. But you guys enjoy this flight simulator, and we'll chat next time, right? As always, have a fast day.